I'm Kristen Liebisch, host of Gotta Love Connecticut Hockey. Today I'm here with Chris Baudo, the head coach of the Gunnery's varsity boys hockey team. So let's meet the coach. Chris, can you tell me a little bit about your role at the Gunnery?
Sure. Thanks for having me here. I'm currently the Dean of Students at the Gunnery as well as the head boys ice hockey coach. And like a lot of people in boarding schools, I advise students, I do dorm duty, weekend duty, all of the different parts that come with boarding school.
And when did you know that you wanted to coach?
I knew when I was in college. My college coach really fueled a passion that was there growing up, but was kind of lost when I went to play junior hockey. And once I was there and got into the boarding school world, I knew I wanted to coach, but then as I got into it, I really gained a love for it.
How did you first get interested in playing hockey?
I have an older brother who's 3 years older than me, who played. My parents had Buffalo Sabres season tickets, so hockey was kind of in our family, and ultimately it took me a while to get going. I actually started and quit a bunch of times before I was 11 or 12 years old, and then I stuck with it. And from there, I just kind of kept going through AAA. I started in AA and then AAA. And actually, I didn't know anything about prep school, and actually played junior hockey, which is a big competitor of ours, prior to going to college. So I played junior when I was a junior and senior in high school, and then I went on to Hamilton College, played 4 years there, and have been in boarding schools, prep schools ever since.
And you talked a little bit about your college coach. Did he have any influence or inspiration on you coaching today?
He did. We do a lot of what we did at Hamilton College. Phil Grady was my coach, and he really instilled the hard work piece, being prepared every day, but more than that, the outside of the ice rink piece, the being in the community, giving back to the community, really being just a good person more than anything else, and we try to instill that in our kids here.
Now you talked a little bit about having influence on the players on and off the ice. Where do you think that your biggest ability to affect your players are?
I actually think it's out of season. I think that when you recognize their accomplishments in the classroom, when you recognize their accomplishments in their other sports that they play, or just as leaders in the community, they then see that you're not just concerned about them as a player, you're concerned about them as a person. And I think that really resonates with them. And then you gain influence during tough times or teaching moments that will have a lasting impact on them beyond the Gunnery.
What advice do you have for Connecticut hockey coaches?
Connecticut hockey coaches, I would say make sure the kids are having fun. Make sure that it's a combination of fun and development. Winning and losing is not the end game. It can't be the end game because most of the time the teams that win are the teams with the most talent, not with the best coaches. So make sure the kids are developing, having fun, and make sure you're promoting more than just hockey. You need kids to be athletic and athletes in general, so crossing over different sports is going to, one, make sure there's no burnout when it comes to hockey, and two, it's going to actually help their hockey with things like agility, hand-eye coordination, and then the overall idea of competing all the time.
And what's unique about the Gunnery?
What's unique about the Gunnery, I think, is the size of the school and the scope of the experience. The size of the school being 285 students, we're able to create a very personalized experience. And then you have scope, you talk about the curriculum. If you look at our curriculum, it's that of a school of 400, 500, 600 kids. And the ability to provide a small school experience where everybody knows everybody, it's very personalized, and you have the opportunity to create meaningful relationships, along with the opportunity to take so many different classes and so many different disciplines. It's somewhat the best of all worlds. And from the hockey end, I think we have a pretty unique niche in that we're probably one of the smallest schools that's fortunate to also have a very successful program. A lot of the teams that were in the elite tournament this year with us were schools of 500, 600, 700, almost 1,000 kids. So the ability to come to the Gunnery as a student athlete and get a small school experience, but then play hockey at the highest level, as I think is something that appeals to families. It's unique.
And what are you most looking forward to in your upcoming hockey season?
I look forward to working with the guys. We have a great group returning. We have a great group coming in. I think that's one of the other things that you love about being a prep school coach. You're so excited about the kids that you recruit and bring in, and you know them. We have a boy coming in next year I've known for almost 4 years, and finally he's enrolling at the Gunnery. So you're so excited to work with those kids on and off the ice. When it comes to the winning and losing, I think you just really try to prepare the best you can. You work as hard as you can, and then you let the chips fall where they will.
And what's some advice that you would give Connecticut hockey players?
One, I would advise them to work hard in the classroom. I think that not only for prep school, But college, the grades, SATs, are more important than they can imagine. I actually thought growing up that if you were good enough, you could get in anywhere. And after 12 years being a coach and helping kids get to college, it's not the case. And the better you do in school, the more options you're going to have as a player. From a work ethic perspective, I would advise them to listen to their coaches. I may be a prep school coach, and there are college and professional coaches and youth coaches. Mostly we're all saying the same thing. No one's reinventing the wheel. So ultimately, if they listen, if they're coachable and they work hard, then in the end, they'll end up wherever they should in terms of the level that they should be playing. So listening, being coachable, and being a good person, I think are really important.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to highlight the Gunnery and sharing some of your coaching experiences and insights.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.